part of the schedule.
Speaker. Say aye.
Chair. The Honourable Parakura Horomia.
Kia ora, Mr. Chair. Mihi koena kia tata katoa.
Kia ora.
Ki te minata, anu te mihi. Mr. Chair, since the government came to power, another 16,500 Māori have become unemployed. The unemployment rate has nearly doubled to a disgraceful 14.6. The last time it was this high was when we took over from the last national government and did 9 years, when it was running at 21%. One of the shocking things at the moment, and I can understand how the Minister of Māori Affairs has to struggle because everybody ignores him. There's been no addition to his budget. There's been this mythical 600 million somewhere drifting around, but all it is a budget that is imbued in every other budget. And what he has done well is followed on from us. He's had follow-on policies and follow-on expenditure, and he's done very, very well. But there are some things that really makes one wonder what this government has been doing. You know, between 29 to 33% of Māori between age 15 to 24 are unemployed. That's 1 in 3. That is a disgrace. It is the most shocking situation that our people have been in for generations. And we know that in about 1945, the minister was around then, to 1950, 60, 70, 80. Most Māoris worked from the age of 16. They paid their taxes. They made sure that they contributed to the growth of this country. And what have we seen just recently? Instead of supporting the Minister of Māori Affairs budget, a whole lot of rich people collected $16.7 billion, and it was offset against making life better for the working class. And a lot of that working class is Māori. Mr. Flower understands that. A lot of that working class is Māori. Because he knows where they are in Te Arawa, he knows where they are in Whakatane, and he knows where they are in Maraenui, that gentleman over there. And they've been done out of their work. There are 20,000 more Māori on benefits than when Labour was in power. 20,000. For the first time since the previous national government, Mr. Chair, there are 100,000 Māori on benefit. That's nothing to be proud of. And I do feel for the minister. He's being ignored as the supposed partner. His budget has not attributed to any of their progress. The people have been put asunder all through this government thing. No, it's not about the wages, because the Māori Party supported policies like the 90-day fire at will bill, the new sick leave policy. The new sick leave policy. Nobody's trusted anymore. You got to put a docket in. Where's the fairness between employer and employee? And a lot of that, and the point I'm making is that Māori suffer. The government is preparing to launch new attacks on beneficiaries and on all sorts of things. We heard the Prime Minister today when he was asked in relation to ECE about would he continue the support of the 20 hours free. And he said yes. Then when he was asked secondly, in a second question, he said no. And one of the issues here, Mr. Speaker, Mr. Chair, is that there are great movements in this country, like the Māori Wardens. I'm pleased that the ministers continue to support them, like the Māori Women's Welfare League, and not the Kohanga, like the ECE, and the Māori Party supported the ECE in differences. They did that. Shame on them. Shame on them doing that. The Minister of Education has flip-flopped twice in the last 48 hours, promising to amend those issues relevant to Play Centre. Do you know that the Kohanga Reo movement is one of the most solid, developed, historical organisations in this country, driven by the whānau, driven by the community. And I would beg with the Minister to ensure that they were looked after, that the whānau-led nuances are categorised and understood, no different to the 80% of teacher-led numbers that the Minister of Education was huffing and puffing about. Why do I say that Kohanga Reo is so well? All we're getting on about at the moment, I watched the parliamentary rugby team practising outside there. Bit of hope for them. The only thing that contributed to the Māori World Cup was that tapa waka up there. I won't say too much about that, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, Mr. Jones made comments about that. I won't. But what I do want to say is that the kohanga reo needs a good flick. And Piri Wepu, who knows Piri Wepu? Great man. He was a kohanga reo baby. Piri Wepu, he was a kohanga reo baby. That is why the ball grows straight. That is why his ingenuity in the sense of putting the team together, he is well organised. He knows how to plan. He knows how to ensure to win. Why? Because it was imbued in him in the kohanga reo. He's no different to Desmond Allen, who's a famous architect now. He was very good at it. He's no different to Taikaha. He's no different to all the other people who came through kohanga reo. And what's happening? Minister, don't let the kohanga reo be hung out and strung out. Everybody will want to claim Piri Wepu when the World Cup is won by the All Blacks, touch wood. But remember, he is a kohanga reo baby. He has shown the spirit, and we are treating the kohanga reo at the moment as a second-rate organisation. And thank goodness they have an urgent call, Minister, on 18th of August and 19th of August. The kohanga reo is a great organisation, Mr. Chair.
I'm no doubt it is, but the time's expired.
Thank you.
Members, the time for this debate has expired. The question now is that vote Maori affairs, vote community and voluntary sector, vote revenue stand part of the schedule, and the preamble, clauses 1 to 12 and schedules 1 to 7 stand part of the bill. Those of that opinion will say aye. To the contrary, no. The ayes have it. Point of order.
I just note, and just for a point of clarification, that vote audit was part of that, and I just note that you didn't mention that. I wondered if we needed to include that in the vote.
We're trying to make sure the Minister of Finance doesn't have his books.
Order. We're dealing with a point of order. So,
first of all.
yes. Well, I just note to the member that vote audit was handled. It was the first vote that we did. So vote audit has been done. All right. I will report the order. We're doing votes, members. There is silence when we're doing votes. I will report the appropriation 2011-12 estimates bill without amendment presently. Members, we now turn to the Electoral Administration Amendment Bill number 2. The question is that Part 1 stand part. The Honourable